Hello friends, let we have to start to discuss our new video. In our this video we have to discuss if we have to generate the endpoints on the parabola. So what are that procedure? But before that one we have to discuss which are the types of parabola. So see here the heading we have to given the types of parabola and their equation. The first one equation is the equation of parabola, it is symmetric about x-axis. If our equation of parabola is symmetric about x-axis, so our corresponding parabola is having a structure in this manner. See our that arc is symmetric about the x-axis. According to that time, its analytical equation is y square which is equal to 4ax. And its parametric equation is the order pair x comma y which is equal to a theta square comma 2a theta. See our second equation of parabola, it is symmetric about y-axis. So at that time our see this arc which is a symmetric about our y-axis. So at that time its analytical equation is x square which is equal to 4ay, and its parametric equation is a order pair x comma y 2a theta comma a theta square. See the similarity. What is the difference between that two equations? If our first one case, if it is a symmetric about the x-axis, at that time the equation analytical equation is y square which is equal to 4ax. And if our arc of parabola it is symmetric about the y-axis, at that time the analytical equation is x square which is equal to 4ay. See the difference in parametric equation. The parametric equation of parabola which is symmetric about the x-axis, at that time the order pair x comma y which is equal to a theta square comma 2a theta. And the parametric equation for the symmetric about y-axis of the parabola is the order pair x comma y 2a theta comma a theta square. See, it is only done the changes in its pairs. Now see, we have to discuss the algorithm which is related to first equation, and now in the next video we have to discuss the algorithm related to our second equation. So we have to come to our first algorithm of the parabola. See in our this algorithm to generate equispace endpoints of arc of parabola. See, there is no any closed loop C here. So this is one of the only arc. So here we have to mention that generate the equispace endpoints of arc of parabola symmetric about the x-axis. That is, if it is symmetric about the x-axis, so obviously its analytical equation is a y square which is equal to 4ax, and its parametric equation is order pair x comma y which is equal to a theta square comma 2a theta. Now step first is, suppose the number of points equal to n. Check whether how many points are generated here. The n points are generated here. So we write down the suppose the number of points equal to n. Now our next one thing is, in our always example we have to give us such types of the equation, parabolic equation, which is in an analytical form. Or maybe sometimes we have to give directly the values of a. But see how in our algorithm we have to given this parabolic equation. So according to this one, in our example we have to compare our given example equation which of the form. If it is of the type first or it is of the type second. If it is a type first, then follow our first algorithm. So at that time we have to find the values of a comparing the equation with y square which is equal to 4ax. Step second, to find the delta theta. Again here if we have to given again the r, so at that time same thing is a possibility occur here also. Either we have to given the limit of x or the limit of y. So for finding the delta theta, here the first case we have to discuss. If the limit of x is given. If the limit of x is given, means what? The x min is less than equal to x is less than equal to x min. According to that things, we have to find out here the theta min and theta max. So see here how can we find out that theta min and theta max. So comes to our this point here. Now in our this algorithm, first we have to discuss about the parabola which is symmetric about the x-axis. At that time its analytical equation is y square which is equal to 4ax parametric equation is a order pair x comma y, which is equal to a theta square comma 2a theta. For finding the delta theta, there are the two cases are arises. First one case if the given the limit of x, and the second case if the limit of y. Both the cases we have to discuss here, and then comes to our algorithm. So if we have to given the first case, limit of x is given. So when we have to given in an example the limit of x and the parabolic equation in this form, so at that time we have to consider the x coordinate. So x coordinate is a theta square. So we write down the x, which is equal to a theta square. Again, instead of x we write down the x mean, and instead of theta we write down the theta mean. So in shortly we have to say x mean, which is equal to a theta square mean. We rearrange that term because we have to find out the values of theta mean. So we rearrange the term a theta square mean, which is equal to x mean. So theta square mean we have to write down as it is. This a is a multiply here. So when it is a shifted, it become divides x mean divided by a. So it is a theta mean square. So we taking the square root on both sides. So theta mean, which is equal to square root of x mean divided by a. In similar manner, when we have to find out the theta max, so we write down only the similarly theta max, which is equal to square root of x max divided by a. Okay, so see here in our algorithm step, we have to see here we have to write down theta mean as a square root of x mean by a, and theta max is equal to square root of x max by a. So that values we have to consider here the directly. Now we have to comes to our next point. So according to using that two theta max and theta means value, we have to write down the formula of delta theta, which is equal to theta max minus theta mean divided by n minus 1, because the parabola is also one of the r. So for that reason it is always divided by n minus 1. So put our calculated values of theta max and theta mean, and we get delta theta. Now here we have to discuss the case second, if the limit of y is given. So see, if the limit of y is given, so how can we find out theta mean and theta max? If the limit of y is given, so according to that one, we have to consider the y's coordinate from our parametric equation. So our y coordinate is a y, which is equal to 2a theta. So that we have to consider here. Instead of y, we write down the y mean. 2a we keep as it is. Instead of theta, we write down as a theta mean. But again we have to find out the values of theta mean. So we rearrange that equation. We write down first of all 2a theta mean and that y mean as it is. We keep theta mean as it is. 2a is multiply here. When it is shifted, it becomes divide. So we get theta mean, which is equal to y mean by 2a. And similarly, theta max, which is equal to y max divided by 2a. So see that both the formulas we have to write down here directly. Theta mean, which is equal to y mean by 2a, and theta max, which is equal to y max by 2a. Again we have to use that same formula of the delta theta here. Put the values of theta max, put the values of theta max, this one here, minus theta means values here divided by n minus 1. Next to comes to our next one step, its initial point. For finding the initial point, again we have to need to check whether which limit are given here. So if the limit of x is given, so what we have to done, the initial point x1 y1, x mean as it is, and instead of y's coordinate we have to consider from its parametric equation. So see here we have to again consider our that discussion. If the limit of x is given, so at that time our x1 coordinate we write down the x mean as it is, and instead of y's coordinate we write down as a 2a theta mean, 2a theta mean. And if the second case are given, so at that time y coordinate, y mean we have to write down as it is, and instead of our x coordinate we have to write down a theta square mean. So that both the things we have to consider here. See here, if the x range is given, so we write down x mean as it is. If the range of y is given, we write down the y mean as it is. And this term we have to consider from our parametric equation. Now step 4 is for I equal to 1 to n minus 1, we have to calculate n minus 1 points by. So we use that corresponding recursive formula, that x of I plus 1, y of I plus 1, 1, xi yi 1, into our first column is a 1 delta theta, a delta theta square. Second column is a 0, 1, 2, a delta theta, 0, 0, 1. Now by using this one formula, we have to find out our all n minus 1 point, and from we form the position vector matrix x of the points obtained in step 4 with the initial point. So those we have to find out here, and 1 point from the here. In this manner we write down our all n points, those are represented by the matrix x. So this is our corresponding algorithm. So we have to come to our next one example which is related to our that same algorithm. So see, comes to our example. So see, in our example, generate uniformly spaced 3 points on the parabolic segment in the first quadrant for 3 less than equal to x, x less than equal to 12, and equation of the parabola is a y square which is equal to 12x. See, it is a y square which is a 12x, means it is a symmetric about the x axis. So again is in our solution part, we have to write down the what is the values of n, the number of points n equal to 3. Equation of parabola we have to given here the y square which is equal to 12x. So we have to write down in our usual manner like as our standard form. So 12 we may write down as a 4 into 3 into x. So we have to compare this simplification with our y square which is equal to 4ax. So our a's values become 3. So that term we have to write down here. Next one, we have to check whether which boundary condition are given here. The boundary condition of x. Sometimes we have to call the limit of x, or maybe called as a boundary condition of x. So which is equal to 3 less than equal to x, x is less than equal to 12. So this is our x means value and this is our x max value. Next one, according to our again that parabolic form, we write down its parametric equation is. So it is as a order pair x comma y which is equal to a theta square comma 2a theta. So next one we have to find out our delta theta. So we have to already seen that how can write down that formula. So range of x is given, so consider our x coordinate. So our theta mean which is equal to square root of x mean by a. So put the x means value is a 3. A's value is also 3. Do the simplification, we get as a 1. Theta max value which is equal to square root of x max by a. So our x max is a 12. A's value is a 3, and do the simplification. So when we have to done the simplification, 12 by 3 is a 4 and square root of 4 becomes 2. Now in the next line we have to write down the formula of delta theta. Theta max minus theta mean divided by n minus 1. We put our values of theta max, theta mean, n minus 1. So our n's value is 3. We have to write down here. So it is a 3 minus 1 is a 2. 2 minus 1 is a 1. So 1 by 2 it is a 0.5. Now the initial point x1 y1 is a, so boundary condition we have to given of x. So we keep x mean as it is. And instead of y coordinate, we have to consider from its parametric equation 2a theta mean. 2a theta mean. So put the values of a theta mean, those we have to calculate here. Do the simplification. In this manner, we have to get x1, y1. So now is the next step. We write down our recursive formula is x of I plus 1, y of I plus 1, 1, which is equal to xi, yi, 1. Is in a matrix, we have to consider 1 delta theta, a delta theta square, 0, 1, 2 a delta theta, 0, 0, 1 for I equal to 1 to n minus 1. So that formula we have to write down here and then follow our corresponding next step. So in our that matrix, we have to put our delta theta's form values, then a and delta theta's term, do the simplification in our calculation and find out that terms. Again, for I equal to 1 to n minus 1. So n's value is a 3, 3 minus 1 is a 2. For I equal to 1 to 2. So for I equal to 1 in 1, we get. So 1 plus 1 is a 2, 1 plus 1 is a 2. So x2, y2, 1, which is equal to x1, y1, 1. This standard matrix. So x1, y1 we have to already previously find out here. 3, 6. So we consider here 3, 6, 1. And this matrix, do that simplification. The first row, first column, we get this entry. Again, first row, second column, we get this entry. First row, third column, we get this entry. So in this manner, we have to follow our procedure. Next one, for I equal to 2, in 1, we get. So 2 plus, so in our recursive formula, 2 plus 1 and 2 plus 1. So it is a 3, 3 and here 2, 2. For obtaining the x3, y3, we use the x2, y2, 1. Again, the standard matrix we have to keep here as it is from our equation 1. Our x2, y2 we have to already find out here. So that values we have to consider again here. Again, first row's first column 6.75 into 1 plus 9 into 0.5 plus 1 into 0.75. We get this entry. First row second column 6.75 into 0 plus 9 into 1 plus 1 into 3. We get this entry. Again, for first row last column 6.75 into 0, 9 into 0 and 1 into 1. We get this entry. So in this manner, we have to follow our procedure for I equal to 2. Those we have to write down our formula. So lastly, we have to write down the required points are x. So our x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. So we have to remove here our homogeneous coordinate and write down only that point. So we have to stop our procedure. Thank you.